Hello everyone, this is Yamin and welcome to Webtech Knowledge. In this tutorial, I am going to show you how we can update data in PHP. This is actually really simple and easy. So here you can see the header for delete. So we are going to make a header for update as well. So let's go back to our code, and over here you can see that all the header name over here. You can see name, phone number, student image, and the delete header. So let me just copy this on and I'll just paste it over here. Control V, and here I'm just going to say update. And if you now save it and if you now refresh over here, we can see one more extra column over here. Here you can see update. So right now we also want a button like this delete over here as well for update. So let's go back to our code, and if we go down over here, you can see that our delete button over here. So we are going to do the same for update button as well. So let me just say over here echo, and we are going to give two double quotation and a semicolon at the end, and inside it we are going to say td, and we will also need to close the td, and inside this td we are going to write a anchor tag. So the anchor tag opening and the anchor tag closing. So inside this anchor tag we are going to say update. Let me just write it a little bit different. So right now if you now save it and if you now refresh over here, we can see a update text over here. So what we want to be able to click this update button. So for it here inside this anchor tag we are going to say here href is equal to, we are going to name a PHP file over here. So we are going to say, let's say here update dot PHP. Okay, we need to give single quotation over here. If we give double quotation, it will give us an error. So now if we save it and if we now refresh over here, you can see we will be able to right now click this update option. Here you can see if I take my cursor over here, it turn into a hand. And also please notice on the left side down corner over here, if I take my cursor over here, you can see some text over here, PHP beginner slash update.php. So what I want, if we take our cursor to this update button, it should show us this data's ID, specific data ID. So for it, all we have to do is that we need to give a question mark over here. Then we are going to say over here ID. You can say anything over here. So we'll say ID is equal to, now ID equal, we're going to give 2-second bracket, and here we're going to say $info, and we'll give 2 third bracket and 2 single quotation, and we'll say ID. Now where is this ID coming from? Now this ID is actually coming from the data, I mean the table. So if you go to a table, here you can see my student table over here, and here you can see ID. So this ID is actually this one, and you might be confused why is this $info coming from. Here you can see that we write in the while loop $info is equal to result fetch Ashok. Now inside this result variable we actually have all the data. Here you can see we use this $info to show our name, the phone number, and the image as well. So in order to get the ID, we also need to do the same. So here if you now save it and if you now refresh over here, and if I now take our cursor to over here, please notice at the left corner, down corner, here you can see ID is equal to 9, and if I take my cursor over here, you can see ID is equal to 11, and here you can see ID is equal to 7. So we are actually getting the specific ID for a specific data. So right now here we mention update.php over here, a PHP file, but we do not have this update.php file, so we need to create it. So here I am just going to create update.php file. So here you can see my folder name is PHP beginner. So inside this folder we are going to say click new file, and here we are going to say update.php. So if you now save it, Ctrl S and save, and here let's just write a simple HTML over here, and let's say over here update page. Okay, let's just keep inside this body a h1 tag, and here we are going to say update just for now. So let's save it and let's refresh again, And now if we just click any update button over here, if you just click it, here you can see it took us to this update page. Why? Because in the display.php we mentioned in the anchor tag we mentioned update.php. so if someone click this update button, it will take us to this update.php page. So we do not require, okay, let's just keep this h1 tag. Let's just say over here update data. So first of all, what we want is that if someone click this update button, we want to get all the data that we have over here to that update page. Right, so first of all, let's we need to connect this update.php page to our database. So we will go to our display.php, and here you can see over here we connect to our database. So let me just copy this 5 line of code. Here you can see $host is equal to localhost, user equal to root, password is equal to null, and $dp is equal to php beginner, which is our database name. And here we write one more line, mysql underscore connect, to connect this display.php to our database. So we are going to do the same thing in the update.php. so now in order to write the php code, we need to give this php tag opening, and we need to php closing, and inside it we are just going to paste that code. So here you can see host is equal to localhost, user is equal to root, password is equal to null, the database name, and here we connect this update.php page to our database. So now if we now go to our display.php, here you can see in this update button we send the id is equal to $info id. So we need to get this id in our update.php. so for it, all we have to do is that we need to declare a variable. So let's just declare any variable. Let's just say over here s underscore id is equal to, you can declare any variable you want. I just declare s underscore id. So here we need to give a $sign, we'll give a underscore, then we are going to say here get, then inside this third bracket we need to mention the id. Now this id is actually this one. So now if we now let's save it, and if you now say over here echo, and if you give two double quotation and inside it you try to print this one, you will see the id. So let me just save it over here and let's just refresh. And if I now here just notice that our id value is 9. So if I click this update button, here you can see the id value is 9. So we are able to get the id successfully over here. So what we want is that we want to show the data of the specific id. So here you can see that for our id 9 we have the names Shakil Ahmed and the image and the phone number over here as well. So we want to show them over here. So for it, first of all we need to get all those data. So for it we need to write a SQL or query over here. So we record to declare another variable. So we'll say $SQL is equal to, we'll give two double quotation, and inside it we are going to say select from student. Student is actually our table name. Let me just show you. Let me just go over here to my database, zoom in. Over here you can see our table name is student. So after student we need to say over here where, and we'll say id. This id is actually coming from the database. Over here you can see id. So this id, actually this one, is equal to, here we mention a variable $SID. So we are going to give two single quotation, and inside it we are going to give $S underscore id, and we also need to mention over here star. Select star from student where id is equal to $SID. So right now inside this $SQL variable we have all the data for the specific id. So right now we need to write two more line of code. So here we are going to declare a variable let's say result. You can declare any variable. Let's go with result equal to, we are going to say my SQLi underscore, we are going to say query, and we'll give two first bracket and we'll end it with a semicolon. Now inside this first bracket we need to mention this $data variable. Here you can see inside this $data variable we connect this update.php to our database. So first of all we are going to say over here $data, then we'll give a comma, and here you can see we write a query over here and we store this inside this $SQL variable. So we are going to say over here $SQL. So after this we need to declare another variable. You can declare anything, let's just stick with info. So $info is equal to, we are going to mention this $result variable that we declare over here. So we'll say $result, then we'll give this arrow sign, then we'll say over here fetch assoc and to first bracket. So since it's a single data, so we are writing it like this, $info is equal to something. If it were multiple data, then we would require to use a loop or while loop. Since it's a single data, so we do not require to use any loop over here. So after this, once you write this line, you will be able to get the specific data for that specific ID. Let me just say over here echo, then we'll give two first bracket, and over here let me just zoom in, and here you can see ID, name, image and phone number over here. So here you can see for ID 9 we have our name is Shakil Ahmed, and we have this phone number and this image. So if we just say over here, we'll give two second bracket, and we'll say over here $info, and we'll give two third bracket and we'll do single quotation, and inside it if we just say name, if you save it and if you just refresh over here, you can see the specific name over here. Just like this we can also print the phone number and the image. Let me just show you over here. Let's also print the phone number as well and the image as well. We'll say over here phone, and for image we need to write it a little bit different. Here we need to say over here use image tag for image. So inside this image tag we are going to say source is equal to, we need to give two single quotation. If you give double quotation it will give us an error. So let me just copy this line, Ctrl C and Ctrl V, and instead of phone we are going to say over here image. So if you now save it, Ctrl S, and if you now refresh over here, so here you can see the image, and at the left down corner here you can see the name and the phone number as well. Let me just resize this image so that you can see it properly. Inside this image tag we are going to say let's say height is equal to, let's say 200, and width is equal to 200. Save it and let's refresh again. So here you can see the image and the name and phone number text over here properly. So what we want is that we want to show all those text in a input field so that we can update those. So for it let me just comment those out. I'll click Ctrl Shift and the slash sign. So here you can see those thing is now comment out. So right now we want to create a input field, and since creating input field we need to write some HTML code. So we need to close this PHP tag over here. So let's close it over here, and for this closing PHP tag we will write another PHP tag over here. I mean the starting we'll say PHP. Okay, so you can see that there is some gap in between them where we can write our HTML code. So here inside it we are going to mention a form. We'll say form, and inside this form we are going to have our HTML code, or I mean the input field. So let me just declare a div over here, and inside this div we'll have our label. Let's say label is equal to let's say over here name, and we require input field. So we'll say input type will be text, and name is equal to, let's say name, and here we also require value because okay, let me we'll write the value code a little bit later. Let me just create the basic structure. Okay, let me just copy this one, Ctrl C and Ctrl V, and over here instead of name we are going to say over here phone number, and input type will be number, and name is equal to phone. So if you now save it and if you now refresh over here, you can see two input field, name and the phone number over here you can see. So now we want to show the specific name and the phone number over here. So for it, here you can see that we write some code over here to show the name. Basically we need to write the exact same thing inside this value. So here, since those are PHP code, so we need to give a PHP opening and closing over here. So we'll say PHP, and we need to close this on. Let me just show it like this. So here we are going to say this same thing, actually echo $info name. So let me just copy this on, Control C and Control V. So here you can see echo $info name. So it will get the specific name for that specific ID. So now if you save it and if you now refresh, so here you can see the name over here. Let's also do the same for the phone number as well. So here let me just copy this line, Control C, and I'll paste it inside this value, and instead of name we are going to say here phone. Save it, and if you now refresh, here you can see the phone number over here as well. And now we want to show the image over here. So in order to show the image, let me just copy this on, Control C, Control V. So first of all, we want to show the image, not changing or editing anything. So here we are going to say over here old image. So because that's the old image, if you want to update it. So in order to show image, we cannot use input field, we need to use image tag. And inside this source, we need to mention our image source. So let me just copy this line again, Control C, and we'll paste it over here inside this source, and instead of phone we are going to say over here image. So if you now save it, okay, let's also give the height and width. So let's say height over here, let's say 150, and let's say width it will be 150 as well. So save it now, and if you now refresh, so here you can see the name, the phone number, and the old image over here. So right now we want the input fields, another input field, so that we can change the image. So here let me just copy this div, Control C, and here we are going to paste it over here. So here we are going to say change image, and we are going to remove this value from here, and here name is equal to, let's say it will be image, and the type will be file, because we want to upload a image, so the type will be obviously file. And let me just copy this on, paste it over here, and the last one will be our submit button. So input type will be submit. So we also need require a name, let's say over here update, and let's say over here value will be update, let's say update data. Save it, and if you now refresh, so here you can see change image over here, change image, choose file over here, and here you can see also update data button over here. So let's go back to our code, and here we write this inside the form, you can see. So inside this form we need to mention action, we also need to mention method, and we also need to mention enc type. Inside this enc type we will say multipart slash form data. And now why we require to use enc type, because we want to upload image from here. So since we want to upload image from here, so we need to give enc type is equal to multipart form data. If you do not give this multipart form data, then it will give you an error. So over here the method, it will be post, and inside this action, let's say over here update underscore, we'll say data dot php. So inside this update underscore data dot php, in this file we are going to write some query to update all those data. So in this update.php we actually got all the data, I mean the name, the phone number, and we also have input field for changing image. So in this update underscore data we'll write some queries so that we can update data. So right now let's create this update underscore data. So let me just right click over here, then I'll click new file, and over here I'm going to say update underscore data dot php. Let's save it, Control S, and save. Now inside this update underscore data we require to write some PHP code. So we'll say over here PHP opening and PHP closing, and inside it we'll write some PHP. So first of all we require to connect this update underscore data to our database. So let me just copy this 5 line over here, Control C and Control V. I already explained how we connect to our database using those lines. So here you can see MySQL underscore connect, and over here we mention inside those variable localhost root, the password null, and our database name. So right now the first thing we are going to do is that we are going to give a if condition, and inside this if condition we are going to say over here is set, and we'll give two first bracket, we'll give a dollar underscore post, and we'll say two third bracket and two single quotation, and inside it we are going to say update. Now where is this update coming from? Here in the update.php, in the submit button we mention name is equal to update. So this update is actually this one. So it means if someone click the update button, then only come over here. So here we require to get all the input over here. All the input means over here in the update.php we write the name, the phone number, and the old image, change image over here. So we require to get those data. So for it, in this if condition we are going to give a variable, declare a variable. You can declare any variable. Let's just go with s underscore name is equal to, we are going to say over here dollar underscore, we'll say post, and we'll give two third bracket, and inside it we are going to say name. And we also require to get the phone number as well. So we are going to say over here, let's say s underscore phone is equal to s underscore post, and here we are going to say over here phone. And here you can see this name and this phone is actually coming from over here. You can see name is equal to name and name is equal to phone. So we actually require to get one more data, that is the ID for this specific name and the phone number. But in the update.php we did not mention the ID over here. So let me just copy it over here and paste it over here. And here we do not require the level over here. So let me just remove this one, and here we are going to say name is equal to ID, and here we are going to say $info ID. So if you now save it and let me just refresh over here, here you can see ID over here. But obviously we do not want to change the ID, or we also do not want to show the ID. So all we are going to do is that in this input field we are just going to say over here hidden. So if you now save it and if you now refresh over here, here you can see the ID is not here, you cannot see it over here, but we will be able to get the ID to our update underscore php. So here let me just copy this line, Control C and Control V. So here we'll say over here in the post we'll say ID, and here we'll also say s underscore ID. So here you can see this ID coming from over here. You can see the name is equal to ID, and in the value we have the ID. Now we also require to get the image. So for image we actually need to write it a little bit different. So over here let me just say over here dollar file is equal to, we'll say dollar underscore, we'll say file, and we'll give third bracket, and inside this third bracket we are going to say image, and we'll give another third bracket, and here we are going to say name. Now we require to give this name over here, and here you can see this image, this name is actually coming from the update.php. So here you can see after the old image we have our input type file, and name is equal to image. So this old image is actually for showing the old image, that's all. And over here if you want to change the image we require to change it from here, and here you can see name is equal to image. So this is image actually this one, and after this we need to mention that where we want to save that updated image. Now in the insert tutorial we store all the images in our image folder. Let me just show you. Here you can see that we stored the image in our image folder. So we are going to do the same for update as well. So here first of all we are going to declare a variable $dst. You can declare any variable. Let's say dst means destination is equal to, we'll give two double quotation, and inside it we'll give a dot and we'll give two double slash, and we're going to mention the folder name, which was image. Let me just show you the folder over here. Let me just zoom in. Here you can see a folder over here, and if I click this folder, you can see a lot of image over here. And after this double quotation, we record to write dot and we'll say dollar file, and this dollar file is actually this one. So right now we need to write a similar line of code. Now this line will actually we write this line to store the file in this dollar image folder. So in order to store the image to the database, we need to write it a little bit differently. Let's say dollar tst underscore db, and then we are going to say image slash dot file. So we write this in order to store the image name in our table. So after this, we are going to say over here move uploaded underscore file, and we'll give two first bracket. And here you can see that we mention over here in the dollar file variable, we said dollar file image and name. Let me just copy this one and I'll paste it over here, and then I'll give a comma, and over here we're going to mention this dollar $dst variable. Control C, Control V, and here you can see the name. So instead of name, we're going to say over here tmp underscore name. So over here you can see we are able to get the ID, name, phone, and the image over here as well. So in order to update the data, right now we require to write a SQL over here, or you can say query. So let's declare a variable over here. Let's say over here SQL is equal to, we are going to give two double quotation and end it with a semicolon, and inside this we are going to say update, then we'll say our database table name, which is student, then we'll say set, and here we are going to say name is equal to, we'll give two single quotation. Now here you can see name is equal to something. Here this name is actually coming from the database. Here you can see we have the name, image, and the phone number column over here. So this name actually coming from the database. So name is equal to, here you can see we got the name in this dollar $s underscore name variable. So let me just copy it and I'll paste it over here. So name is equal to dollar $s underscore name. Then we require to give a comma over here. We'll give a comma. So after name we need to write our phone number. So let me just copy it and paste over here. So here it will be phone is equal to s underscore phone, and after phone we'll write our image name. So here we are going to say image equal to, we'll give two single quotation, and here you can see that we write this line in order to save our image to our table. So we are going to set dollar $dst underscore db, and now we need to mention the ID. So we say where, and we actually need to mention the ID to for which ID we want to update the data. So we will say over here where ID is equal to, here we are going to say over here s underscore ID. So this is the query for update. So right now we'll declare a variable. Let's say dollar, let's say result is equal to, we are going to say my SQLi query, and here we need to mention that database connection over here. So here at the top you saw that in this dollar data variable we connect to our database. So we are going to say over here dollar data, then we'll give a comma, and here you can see that we write this query in this dollar SQL variable. So we are going to say over here dollar SQL. So after executing this line, the data will be updated in the table. So right now we'll just give a if condition. We'll say if dollar result, and we'll give two second bracket. We'll say echo. If the update is successful, then it will it means if there is any result, then it will come to this if condition. So we'll say here update success, save it, and we'll also give a else condition, and here we'll say echo, and we'll say update failed. So now let's save it, Control S, and let me just refresh over here, and let's say over here the phone number will be like this, and let's say the name will be just Ahmed, and let's also choose the image. Let's just choose a random image. Okay, let's just choose this one. Let's click open. Let me just zoom in. So over here you can see the name, the phone number, and image like this. So if I just click update data, here you can see some. Okay, you can see the update success message over here, and you can see that the error is in the line 20. Okay, undefined variable dollar file. Okay, I think I got the error. The error is actually we required to give a s over here. It will be dollar underscore files, and over this line over here it will also be dollar underscore files. So if you now save it, Control S, and let me just refresh to our database. Let me check. So here you can see that the image folder is empty. So let me just go to my display.php. Here you can see that everything is updated. Actually you can see the name is updated, phone number is updated, but the image is empty. So let me just update it again. So here let me just choose the image. Let's choose this one. Let's click open. So here you can see untitled design.png. So if I click update data, there shouldn't be an error. So here you can see update success. So if we now go to database and refresh over here, here you can see the image name over here, untitled design.png. So let's go to my display.php, and here you can see the updated image over here. Now let me just show you on one more thing, that is let's say over here we only want to update the name and the phone number, but we do not want to update the image. We want to actually keep the same image. So if we now click update data, since the file was empty, change file was empty, so the image will be empty as well. So if you go to database and if you refresh over here, you can see there is no image over here. And if you go to our display.php actually, and here you can see there is no image. But what we want is that if the user do not change the image, we want to keep the old image. Actually just pause the video and think it for like 30 seconds or 1 minute, that if the user do not keep the image, how can we keep the old image? Okay, now let me just show you. For it, all we have to do is that so here you can see that we write our update SQL over here, and we write over here image is equal to $DST underscore DB. So we'll only execute this query if there is any image. So how can we do it? So for it we require to give a if condition, and here you can see dollar file. We are trying to get the image inside this dollar image dollar file variable. So here we are going to say over here dollar file, and we'll give 2 bracket, and let me just in the second bracket over here. So right now what will happen is that if there is any file or image, then only then it will execute this line, execute this query. So right now we'll give a else condition, else we'll say over here the same query over here, Control C and Control V, but this query will be a little bit different than before, and that is here you can see that we write image is equal to $DST underscore DB, but we are going to remove this $DST underscore DB from here. So what will happen is that if there is no image, it means if the user do not give any image in this choose file, then it will it means there is no file. So it will go to this else condition, and it will only update the name and the phone number without updating the image, because there is no image over here. That's why. So let me just go to my display.php. actually let's go to my display.php, and here you can see we have an image. Now if you click this update button, and let's say over here let's change the phone number only, and we will not give any image over here. So if I now just click this update data, it will keep the old image. Here you can see the message update success. So if I now go to my display.php, here you can see the image is still over here. Okay, let me just update it for this one as well. Let me just say over here kitten, and let's say phone number will be 01010. Okay, now click update data, and let's go to my update display page. So here you can see the text is over here. The text is changed, but the image is just like before. And if you want to also update the image, you can also do it as well. Let me do it for this one because the image is empty over here. Let me choose this wood image, click open and click update data. Here you can see update success. So let's go to my display page. So here you can see the wood image over here, and if you refresh over here, let me just zoom in over here, and then if I just refresh, here you can see that the image name over here changed as well. So this is how you can update data in PHP. So I tried to make this tutorial as easy as possible, and I tried to explain as much as possible. That is why this tutorial became a little bit long, but I hope everything is clear to you. You understand everything. But if you still have some problem, then let me know in the comment section. And if you like this video, or if this video is helpful to you, then please let me know as well in the comment section, and I'll really appreciate if you subscribe this channel. Thanks again for watching. Stay tuned and stay healthy.